Hi everybody! I'm going to do a quick presentation on the vagus nerve. I learn a lot while I'm preparing for this presentation. Hope you will like this presentation and learn something and be able to improve your health, right? So let's get started. First of all, um, where's the vagus nerve? What is the vagus nerve, right? So I like to keep this very, very simple. You'll see some Chinese part because we did this presentation with the Chinese community. So don't worry about it. It's bilingual, Chinese and English, right? So basically, it started with our whole body, our immune system. And one of our amazing immune systems is the nervous system, right? If you look at our nervous system, it breaks down into two areas, the peripheral nervous system and the central nervous system that consists of the brain and the spinal cord and everything, right? And then if you further break it down, the peripheral nervous systems, it go into the automatic, somatic, and then from there on, the automatic nervous system breaks down to sympathetic and the parasympathetic systems, right? And then those are the area that we're going to be focusing today's presentation, right? Why we get so tense, or we get into fight or flight, and what that does to our health, and then how does the vagus nerve come into play, into calming up our system down, into bringing our health back into balance, right? Now, if you drill down a little bit, under the head area, there are 12 pair of the so-called this is the cranial nerves, right? The cranial nerves has 12 pairs of these nerves, right? That's part of um, the cranial nervous system, right? So the vagus nerve is actually one pair of the nerves. If you look at this chart on the right side around 3 o'clock, the X here, right? The vagus motor, that is the vagus nerve that we're going to be focused on. And this vagus nerve is really powerful. There's different, basically, the 12 pairs. You can see the picture that it has different function in basically uh, taking care of our amazing body, our God, given body, right? And so maintaining and making sure that having the right balance in our system, actually specifically our nervous system, really ties into our health, right? So moving on. So so basically what we're trying to do is it's all about balance, right? If you look at Chinese yin yang, right? And if you look at the parasympathetic, the sympathetic, everything is about balance. And then the key here, all you have to need is just around the middle, is called homeostasis, right? So homeostasis is a dynamic balance between the automatic branches, the different area. There's pros and cons, and each system is there to serve our body in different circumstances, so they're not really bad or something, but it's about balance, right? Different times we need to use different part of our body, right? The key is to bring it back to balance, to restore our balance, right? So now let's look at the two major system, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic, right? So as we are getting more tense, right, then we or so-called our body is moving into a fight or flight mode. We're moving towards the sympathetic system, right? So it's towards the top. When you're tense, when you're very nervous, when you're in fear mode, you actually, the worst part is you're freezing. So if you look at the top part, your body actually froze, right? And if you look at the right side, the description, right? Your heart rate actually decrease, your blood pressure, your temperature decrease. So basically your body is in a conserving mode. You're trying to survive in a survival mode, and you're trying to fight, you're trying to you're very tense, right? And your fuel storage increase, your insulin activity increases because you want to just prepare your body to fight, right? To store up stuff, right? So if you look at the secretion, that's when you feel like depressed, you feel like overwhelmed, right? Um, just different thing. And you look towards the word under the flight mode, right? You're under fear, anxiety, worry, panic attack. You're just worrying about stuff. We're all experiencing this in this time of the world. There's just so much happening, right? I mean, people are fighting on all different reasons. Sometimes you might try to stay calm, but really, something when you're feeling anxious, you're in this kind of mode, right? If you're angry, imagine someone that have trauma, right? Or even childhood trauma from when you're a kid, you probably don't even realize it. Even things that has built up from our subconscious mind, right? um, these unresolved anger, right? We talked about forgiveness, right? People hold up these grudges, right? They just, that's why forgiveness is huge, right? If you're able to truly forgive someone and let go of that, imagine that the load that's off your shoulder, and that's actually all ties into the fight or flight. So some of the stuff, some of the stuff unknowingly is actually affecting your body, right? And even like things like shame, right? And you feel like you want to shut down. I don't want to say name, but there's certain people in my life that are constantly operating in that mode and just shut me out of his life and don't talk to me, and it's affecting me, it's affecting him. It's just really, really hard, right? So that's part of the sympathetic system, right? And it's there for a reason, because in the primitive time, our body needs to survive, right? Our body need to help for certain functions. You do need that kind of thing, but not all the time, because you're overtaxing your body, right? So then if you look at the bottom, is to balance it out. We talk about balance, right? Is to activate a parasympathetic system that basically calm us down, right? So what can do that, right? If you're feeling a sense of joy, if you're feeling grounded, if you're feeling mindful, you meditate. Um, and so that will basically increase digestion. If you look at toward the bottom of the slide there, that your body, when your body is calm, your digestion will improve, right? We talk about gut health. There's a gut-brain connection, all that stuff. It's all tied into that. The nervous system plays a big role into, activating the parasympathetic system that bring us that calmness, right? Then that would in turn increases our digestion, our intestinal motility, and then the immune system. Our immune system, right? It's key. That's how you can turn on our immune system to improve our overall health, right? To have better health, right? You can sleep better, right? So you can see that. So there's a balance in between, right? During the day when we're out and about, or if something happened that need us to be in the alert mode, we need to activate our sympathetic system. So that is like an overcharge. So let's just break this down a little bit more to see that, right? So if you look at side by side, on the left side in English, right? The sympathetic system affect different organs of our body, right? It literally just shuts down our body, right? We are in a fight or flight mode, right? It's affecting our body, and temporary is fine. That's normal because we need to do that. But imagine if your body is in a constant mode of fight or flight, your body shuts down, and overall you develop chronic issues, right? So if you look at the left side, the parasympathetic systems, right? It's basically a nerve that starts from around the brainstem all the way down to the abdominal area, right? So if you can turn on your parasympathetic systems, your organs, right, will recuperate, get restored, right? Like your heart rate will slow down, your stomach digestion system will get better, your liver, stimulate your liver and stuff like that, right? So basically This is like a mirror view of that. And so, and it's all governed by the vagus nerve. Okay, that's do that. So if you're under the influence, your vagus nerve is your parasympathetic system, which is governed by the vagus nerve, is not there to it's not functional. What would happen to your body, right? So we know about inflammation, right? Inflammation, that because our body is suppressed, right? And the heart, our heart issues, um, the heart, right? So if the vagus nerve is working to calm us down, our heart rate will decrease, right? And so basically, okay, sorry. The next chart is talk about when your vagus nerve is happening, is doing things to restore our health, right? And this chart is telling you that it can affect, if it's not turned on, then it can affect these areas of our health, right? So, and I have a better chart here that explains that. Okay, so these are the issues. So when our parasympathetic system, which is governed by the vagus nerve, is not turned on, you will experience a whole load of issues because basically our immune system is shut down, right? So things, if you feel like you have depression, obesity, because your digestive system is not functioning optimal, so it's affecting obesity, hypertension, digestive disorder, kidney function, even Parkinson's, because you cannot, it ties into the nervous system, right? Anxiety, cardiovascular disorder, diabetes, chronic inflammation, infertility, all these, and the list go on if you read the red word, right? Depression, stress, we talked about. All these could be attributable to the function of the vagus nerve, or the not functioning of your parasympathetic system. So when I explain to people, when you have certain issues, it's not like you take a magic pill, you take one certain supplement and you solve the issue, right? No, it doesn't work that way. You have to really understand your body. It integrates with really your emotional health, your mental health, your spiritual health. Everything can affect your mood, right? Your stress level, and all this can affect your nervous system. That's causing a trigger on your balance between your sympathetic and parasympathetic system, and the functional of your cranial nerve. So nerve is all related. So try to really balance your overall well-being, because it's really a holistic health approach, right? And the Healy is amazing, as you know, some of you start using, right? The programs, and we'll go into the second part, which is the program part of our amazing frequencies device. How you can use frequencies to balance these area, so that to stimulate our cranial, our vagus nerve, right? To restore our balance, right? That's what this is about, right? And obviously you can continue to take certain, if you have gut health issues, for example, to take your supplement. There's nothing bad, right? It integrate with whatever health regimen that you're doing for your body. So and we talk about, right, some of the more major causes of poor vagal tone, right, is with your chronic stress, which you can totally understand why you're poor sleep. Because if you're calm and relaxed, you can sleep well. Or you can use like our sleeping program. It's just that I slept so well last night, this night. I woke up, I don't even know where I am. And just love, that's my favorite program, right? So again, if you can just break it down and look, get a more deeper insight into the cause and the effect, right? I always encourage my friends, like, try to dig deeper and deeper into the root cause of your issues, right? Rather than just focusing on a label of a disease or something like that, right? So even things like early childhood, right? Like one of my friends shared with me, she was abused basically when she was 10, and between the age of 8 to 12. So, and I know right away, and that's causing a lot of her issues right now. She get panic attack all the time. She cannot sleep, and she's taking like Xanax and things like that. Yeah, so early childhood trauma, right? Like accidents, right? Head injuries, and also your breathing pattern, right? If you are in the fight or flight, you're breathing not, you know, have poor breathing mechanics, right? That can also affect your sleeping. And also, that's why we have these breathing exercises, right? Also in the Healy, it's part of the program, it's also reminding us to breathe, right? That has a huge effect on our overall wellness, right? Chronic infections, blood sugar imbalances, um, because that tie into how a body operate, in the in releasing insulin, right? All that stuff is related, and then that the insulin part of our body also affect how we process carb and fat, and affect our weight. So it's all connected. High toxic load, right? And we also talk about heavy metal, and we keep talking about detoxing our body. So all this stuff is affecting our it's a signal, causes of a poor vagal tone, right? So there's a natural way. What are some of the natural technique to stimulate our vagus nerve, which trigger our parasympathetic systems, to bring us back into homeostasis, into more balance, right? So there's a lot of stuff you can do, right? Singing, right? When you sing, it's also time to frequency, right? Music is frequencies, right? And listen, play certain classical music. You can instantly, with those frequencies, your body, your mood can change, your stress can change. You can feel the difference right away, right? So do more of that laughing, right? Even like laughing yoga, right? Amazing. So laugh more, and that's also frequency. Everything is tied to frequency, right? Exercising, right? That kind of explains it, because when you're exercising, actually you actually take your mind off. I don't know, when you're exercising, you're doing whatever, or when you're listening to music, you can combine multiple things, right? That can your blood your blood circulates better, and you feel more energy. That all helps. Like deep breathing exercises, right? um, um, Different things, like even goggling. It's actually how you move your mouth. Goggling, that little thing you do with your gesture of goggling, can actually relaxes your nerves, can also contribute to that. Yoga, like this, we just talk yoga, don't have to explain here, it's amazing, I love it. And meditation is huge. Meditation is huge. When you meditate, to when you practice more meditation, you can actually bring into different again, frequencies again, right? Different frequency. There's these like theta, I don't even know, like theta, alpha, whatever, different wave, and then you can actually really calm your body down, right? So again, these things can help you. There's a list on the right, more uh, um, that have, like, practicing gratitude. That is huge, right? And I talk to my kids every night. What do you feel most grateful for, right? Even keep a journal of gratitude. Write it down. Just name 3 things. The minute we think about that, your anxiety might go away, right? You feel a lot more relaxed. All of us think that our problem is the worst problem in the world. Well, and I when I share my problem with some of my friends, I said, yeah, you have your problem, I have my problem, and you know, it's part of life. It's really part of life, right? It's how you see it, right? So by practicing gratitude, uh, can shift, can do a lot, right? So you can take a screenshot and feel free to go through this and go and practice some of these, and can help, right? Let's get into where is the vagus nerve, right? So basically, vagus nerve is one of the cranial nervous systems, and it starts from the back of our brain, right? That's the brain, around the brain stem, and you can actually, you look at chart on the right, you can see a little bit better, and it goes actually all the way down to our abdominal. And the vagus nerve, there are actually things like a little thing called pulse generator that doctors can actually implant into your body. 10 people or even kids as young as 4 year old. Actually, believe it or not, it's actually FDA approved to install a pulse generator for 4 year old, 4 year and above, if they have major issues in their people experiencing chronic seizure, has chronic depression that nothing helps, that they actually go through surgery to have these things like, implanted in their body. And basic that it's actually connected with the electrode to our vagus nerve into stimulating that and calming them down so that it reduces the seizure or whatever. So you can actually go and research that and find out more information on that. And we have this amazing device that we can actually use to not have to do that. It stimulates our vagus nerve and have access to all those benefits. And I just want to be clear. The Healy or the frequency does not heal anything, okay? It does not heal anything. It's using frequencies to restore our bioenergetic balance, right? And also bring our body in homeostasis, okay? So please use the right terminology and into allowing our body to get back into balance. And our body is the what it takes to help us improve our overall wellness, okay? So I just want to clarify that. So how do you use the Healy or the different accessory to stimulate the vagus nerve, or to use different vagus nerve program? We have something called the ear clip, right? And again, because of different countries, different regulations, the Healy can send out these with their package, so you can use it. But certain countries like US or Taiwan or different countries, because it's just they're just not allowed to do that. It's classical as a medical device. Believe it or not, in the US, you actually need a medical note to get one of these to use it, okay? So that's why the, Healy cannot ship it out, because they don't have your medical notes. So it's not that they won't do it. But you can actually get these from places, right? So you can just contact me and I can send you a link. You can actually buy this on your own with the consultation with your doctor, and you can buy this from the market. And basically there's different way of using it. So you can just clip it on the earlobe like this, right? You see my that's one easy way. And or you can clip it, you can see the picture, the first picture, clip it up there, right? You see there's a little piece called tragus, and you can clip it there. Okay, so you can try different place, right? Clip it, right? And then if you can see the picture, the ear, you see the vagus nerve on the middle, the little green part, the vagus nerve actually extend into the ear part, right? That's why when you connect that part, you can stimulate the vagus nerve, right? And if you look at the picture, that vagus nerve run all the way down to our abdominal area that connects to pretty much all of our organs, right? So when we're able to calm down by stimulating our vagus nerve, by calming down our body, you can breathe better, you can sleep better, you can digest better, you can process your sugar better, etc., 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 right? Now, for the people who are in the US or Taiwan don't have these amazing ear clip, you can still use the electrode, and you can put it, you can see the picture on the left side, right? It's the same by putting it on the bone, like behind your ear. Just stick the sticky pad there. It's also a similar effect, right? But I found the ear clip is a lot easier to use, so I would recommend that. But you can just stick your sticky pad here, right? You get a small sticky pad, and then and you can also have the same effect as well, right? So now, if you in Europe, this is a medical device, so it does come with the ear clip, and there's a menu that you can download. It's called Healy. If you go into your back office, my.healy.world, and log in. If you go into My Tools, and then My Downloads, you'll see a lot of document. If you want to read and learn all about the Healy, you can download a lot of document there. Now, you can select by different countries, right? If you select UK, United Kingdom, not US, because It's not there for a reason. Under UK, because under UK it's a medical device, then you can select under the download. There's a Healy medical menu. That one will actually give you a more detailed description of our stimulation program, which by itself is a medical device that you can use, and then and you will see some of these description here that teaches you how to use the ear clip to basically stimulate your cranial nerve and that kind of thing. Okay, so here's a little highlights from that. Just how to use this ear clip, right? First of all, hydration is so important. Drink lots of water because that's how the microcurrent can flow better in our body because it conduct with water, right? And also, you can actually put a little gel. The conducting gel you can get, or you can actually just get a little tiny piece of cotton and just wet it, and then you can just clip it, put the cotton here and then clip it on it. So it needs to be connected. It needs to have water, okay? Water or some gel, right? So then your skin is the same thing as you connect your wristband. You need to be wet, okay? So the water conducted. So I would usually highly recommend a little bit of cotton wet, and then just put on your earlobe, and then just clip it on like that, okay? So it's wet, it's connected, okay? So that will improve the conductivity, right? And the intensity, oh my God, is very, very strong. So please don't blast it. Start at 5%, trust me. 5 or 10%, you can probably feel it. And then initially you might not feel it, and then over time, so maybe keep you might not feel it, you might want to increase to 20%, and then when you're feeling it, then decrease it. I always explain to people, if it is gray with the cranial, with the vagus nerve program, is actually gray. Some program may show white, right? Then you connect it, right? You only have to concern if it's completely consistently black, right? Then adjust the intensity low, and so it's connected. Just even if you don't feel it, or just a tiny hints of thing, you don't want to overdo it, because when I share this with people, they always come back to me and say, oh, I feel nauseated, I feel drowsy, whatever, because it's too high, too much current. So lower it, please, okay? So it's excessive current, okay? You only, because it's very sensitive, right? Just a tiny bit, 5 to 10%, okay? So so when you're using it, you might feel the change right away. Because your body is adjusting. Some mood swing, you're feeling heaviness or lightness. Some people feel tired, whatever. So you might want to just keep using it, decrease the intensity, not too high, and after a while you may feel better. And sometimes you might even have to stop the program because it could be too intense, right? So you might want to stop it and then and use it later again, a few minutes later again, okay? Or maybe stop the treatment for a day or something. So our body is different, so we have different kind of sensitivity. So just go slow. I remember using one of the deep cycle program the first time. After 5 minutes, I feel like my stomach was hurting so much. I almost have to stop it. So I reduced down to like 5% and kind of persist a little bit. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes. It went away. So I was able to complete the program without stopping it. But I was this close to stopping it. So depending on the kind of program, your body conditions, so listen to your body. Don't overdo it. You can always try it later. And like that, and this one actually really worked. And I explained a little bit, it actually worked, okay? So don't overdo it, okay? So you can try daily or every 2 days or weekly, so depending on your needs and how you're feeling, okay? So we talked about the alternative way using the sticky pad, okay? And you can also stick the sticky pad at the back. It's called the mastroid bone at the back. If you have back pain, that's why for back pain, it's recommended you stick at If you just follow the picture, right, it'll show you where to stick it. So I'm gonna invite another one of my member here now. Her name is Joyce, and she is actually gonna run us through her Healy. You can start sharing screen now, Joyce, to show you which program page specifically we can use to stimulate our vagus nerve. So maybe we can start with the pain program. I want to let Joyce to walk us through the various programs that can stimulate your cranial or your vagus nerve. Go ahead, Joyce. We cannot hear you.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
You can hear me now, right?
Yes.
Hi, everyone. I get a sense that everyone here are first-time user of Healy.
Yes, some of them are very new.
Okay, so this is the pain program for stimulation, but if you look at some of your programs, most of them has got 3 little dots on the right-hand side. Do you notice that? And this page, none of this program has got that 3 little dot, which means that when you use this program, you definitely need to use wires. So as May shared just now, she's suggesting that you use the ear clip. Okay. I don't know. In America, probably you are having this program that shows the full name or in numeric.
In numeric.
Oh, it's in numeric.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So this is another thing, and I just want to just take a minute. Is for the U.S. model, you will not see, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in Roman letter, because we're not allowed to do that. But Joyce has this Hong Kong model. You can see
Oh,
these.
no. This is not. This is Europe.
Oh, this is Europe. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Hong
anyway, you
Kong
can
is
take a
numeric.
screenshot. It's the same program, but
Yeah.
just because of the local regulatory, we're not allowed to say that. So that's why go
Yeah.
carry on. Yeah,
So you'll be looking at 1, 2, 3,
exactly.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're looking at numeric, okay? But basically, 1 is for chronic pain. Chronic pain could be anything. It could be pain any part of your body, okay? And this is chronic back pain, self-explanatory. And occasionally, if you have a toothache or if you even have some gum swelling, this is a very good program. My niece uses it and she swears by it. Joint pains, migraine, insomnia, depression, and anxiety.
I know my friend also used the joint pain program. She said after use it twice, her tooth pain went away.
Okay, so any question?
Do you want to just show people, you can just get started. Let's say the migraine program. Can you just start that program so they can see the picture?
Sure.
See,
Okay.
exactly. There. You see, there's 2 ways of doing. You can use the ear clip, or you can stick the sticky pad behind your ear on that area. It's the same effect. Then you start, then you can use the program.
Yeah, one thing,
So,
sorry, May.
Go
One
ahead.
thing to take note, the entire pain program, the lines are not in white, it's in
It's in
gray.
gray. Thank you.
So don't panic. Don't panic. It's working. Okay, so you can see as it goes, it's all in gray. And also, these programs are very short. They're like 20 minutes or even 25 minutes. Maximum is 30 minutes as compared to the other Healy programs that we have. Okay, so if after one cycle and you still need some relief, you can run the program one more time without any issue.
Yeah, and it's for safety reason, because it's for acute symptoms, and we don't want to overdo it. That's why the program is set for a short period of time, and so that just for safety reason, if you need it, some people can use it twice a day or more based on your doctor's advice, or you can use every other day or something, so it's shorter. So, and again, for stimulation, you don't want it to be too long, because you want to be quick and you stimulate and you let your body kind of just balance and you stimulate again. So anything that goes for stimulation, it should be short.
Yeah. And I can vouch for the 2 programs called anxiety and depression, because, in the office, I'm usually very excited. I have major deadlines. I'll projects are in millions, you can't afford to make mistake. And occasionally I do get heart palpitation. And the anxiety has always worked for me 100 times each, never fail me. So if any one of you is suffering from anxiety, be brave. Don't take the Xanax.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
will stop. Okay.
Exactly. And also, if you look at the insomnia program here, I always forget because I use the sleeping program all the time. But insomnia, this one again, by stimulating your vagus nerve, give it a try. So if you look at this program pages, except for the back pain and the joint pain, a joint local program, that those are effective with the sticky pad at a local area wherever you experience the pain. The rest of the program pretty much use the ear clip.
Yeah. So I was continuing on to what May say. If you look at the joints, it actually uses the sticky pad. It tells you to put the sticky pad where you are experiencing the pain.
Okay, great. So next, the next program, I think mental balance.
Okay.
Oh, learning, actually. Learning
Okay.
is a huge one. If you have people with dementia or kids with ADHD, autism, have concentration issues. So if you don't mind, can you fire up learning acute? So each of the people you can see the systematic, see acute, right? This one is for ear clip because it's for quick, right? It's 20 minutes to stimulate again the cranial the vagus nerve, right? Yeah. So this is great. If you have friends that we basically we all know a lot of kids are suffering these time. But however, disclaimer, Healy does not recommend the use of microcurrent to people, for kids basically younger than 18 years old. So it's not recommended. Again, you can, based on your recommendation of your own medical advisor, you may want to use these programs at a very low, try maybe 5% if you want to use it for, like, if you're not 18 and younger, okay? With your recommendation of your medical doctor, okay? If you know what I mean, right? Because that's it, because we have to be safe, right? When we recommend, okay? Just, I
So
hope
this
you
is
know what I mean. Yeah, go ahead.
this is a very good example of the little dot, the three bubbles that I mentioned. You can see that some of them have it and some of them do not have it.
Yeah, the free bubbles means you can use the Healy coil, which is wireless. That's a good options for kids, right? If you, it's not recommended to using the wires, which is the microcurrent. So that's a good option with the systematic program, but it's different. For the acute, you need to use the ear clip for high effectiveness, high stimulation, or the sticky pad. So or you can use the wristband for all the other program. Yeah, so as you can see, all the Acu programs are basically the ear clip. So the next one.
Which one would you like?
Look, before you move on, so this learning program, if you don't have it, oh, highly recommend it. You can see this one, like stress, right? Stress, right? Memory issues or whatever. So there's a lot. This program page can actually take care of a lot of people's issue. The next one is, I think, the mental mental balance, right? You can see there's a contentment, feeling content, like acute, mental balance acute. So these are also, you can use the ear clip, right? If you can just click on mental balance acute, I think that's the ear clip, right?
Yeah. Emotional well-being, you mean contentment?
You can
Are
try
you talking
contentment.
contentment? Yeah.
Contentment acute, yeah.
Yeah.
See, anything that has acute, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's go to next. Do you have the sleeping program?
Yes. This edition is a professional.
Yeah, the sleep, go to up there on the sleep.
Yeah, yeah. God, so sensitive.
So you try bed rest. Now, This is the recommendation. Actually, and I just want to just say a couple of things is basically there's nothing wrong, right? You can use any way. You can use wristband or a sticky pad or right. So this is my own experience. For anything local, right? It like back pain, whatever, joint pain, I will stick it. I use sticky pad for local. Anything else, I just use the wristband because I think it's just easier for me to keep it on and keep it connected all the time. Because some with the sticky pad, it might come off, whatever. Now with the ear clip for all the vagus nerve program, I will use the ear clip. So basically, with the deduction approach, is everything use the wristband for me anyway, except for a local area. If I want to stimulate, use the sticky pad, or for the vagus nerve program, I use the ear clip. Everything else, I use the wristband. I hope that makes sense. So in this one, is recommending using the wristband, which is nothing wrong. But however, based on the latest webinar, one of our member, his name is Dr. Steve, the bed rest program actually stimulate the parasympathetic system, which ties into relaxing our body and our vagus nerve. So he actually recommend to use the ear clips. So you can actually use the ear clip. So it's not rocket science. Try it out and don't worry about it. They all work. Okay. And can you try the Fine Flow program?
Sure.
Yeah, the Fine Flow program down there again. It's the only program out of all the Healy programs actually don't have frequencies. This one is a free flow program. It's meant to be balancing the ions in our body, right? And did it tell you to recommend how to use this one? Can you stop that? Okay, start the. Okay, so again, this one is recommending using the wristband, right? Again, you can try it with the ear clip as well because it could be right. Again, this is has no frequencies, but the current and you set it low, it will see zero. This is the only one that has no current, okay? Because it's meant to using the it has no frequencies, but it uses current only. So the microcurrent will flow through your body to balance the ions of our body. So by doing that, balancing the flow, your body is relaxed. It's kind of like the result of grounding, and then you can sleep better. So that's what this program is about. Okay. So I think that's it, right? Oh, I want to show a couple more program, if you don't mind. Go back to the menu. If you go to the Biogenetic Harmony 1 and 2, 1, you see the menstruation local? That is also to be, it's a pain program. If you click on that, menstruation local, again, it's a local, so it actually also you can use the sticky pad. The local area is meant to be for short duration, 20 minutes pain relief. Okay, so you want to go to the next one, the bionet. There's a few of these programs. See, the sciatica local is the same thing. That one is for a back pain. It's a local. You put a sticky pad there, a short duration, 20 minutes to get rid of pain. Okay. So these are some of the programs that I noticed. And if you don't see the free circle, it's mainly either to stimulate the cranial, the vagus nerve, or pain relief local area. So that's it. Do you have anything to add before we end this recording, Joyce?
Oh, no.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for sharing your Healy with us. And if you want to just get a free scan, just contact your friend and they will be happy to give you a free scan and to get a better insight and let you maybe you can actually rent the Healy for a week or two to try it out. Oh, the Healy actually comes with a 14 days money back guarantee. So exciting. So please, if any of these you're feeling, interested, you're curious, give it a try, right? Try for 14 days. If you don't think it's worth it, just let us know. We can return. You can get 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked. So give it a try. And it's time to really start getting to the root cause of our health issues and start optimizing your health, because it's not really just your health. Imagine if your health improve, everyone around you, all your relationship, your family, your children, your parents, your spouse will improve. So it actually has a huge impact. In fact, if you believe in the global consciousness, if you feel better, your improvement can actually trickle down in helping the whole wide world. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me.
May, it's Stella. Can I ask you some question, if you don't mind?
Yeah, me too.
Just 1 second, okay? I'm just gonna stop the recording. We can ask the question later.
Sure, thank you.